This past Tuesday, Prince Harry and his wife Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex, say that 10 times fast, I can't even say it once, they were forced to take refuge at a New York police station in the middle of a so-called chaotic pursuit by paparazzi. Now, was that chase really chaotic, or is this whole thing being blown out of proportions? Welcome to Beyond the Screen, I am Nate, and today we're breaking down the facts about the Prince Harry and Meghan Markle car chase. A quick summary for anyone who is unaware: the prince and his wife, while still holding their royal titles, have stepped back from their royal duties and have been living outside of the palace since 2020. So, just a heads up. Alright, so on Tuesday night, Harry and Meghan's mother were in attendance at a charity event at Ziegfeld Theater in Midtown Manhattan. Following the event, the crew entered a car and were escorted by police and private security towards a friend's home in the Upper East Side where they were staying during their visit. As they began to drive, however, a slew of paparazzi began aggressively pursuing them. Despite being escorted by police vehicles, the paparazzi followed them for 75 minutes up and down the Franklin D. Roosevelt East River Drive. It's the main thoroughfare of Manhattan's East Side. Eventually, the police decided to direct the crew to the 19th Precinct Station House on East 67th Street between Lexington and 3rd Avenue. They were rushed inside, but the paparazzi is patient. After about 15 minutes, they were able to sneak out into another car and get away without being followed. But at the station, the couple's team flagged down a taxi driven by Sunny Singh, a 37-year-old man from Queens, who shared that the royal couple weren't the first A-listers to enter his cab, but we'll get into that later. Singh drove the couple around the neighborhood for only 10 minutes before a large garbage truck pulled in front of them, blocking the way and giving nearby photographers enough time to converge around the vehicle. According to Sunny, the cameras started flashing as paparazzi appeared from seemingly nowhere. They just kind of popped in and out of the shadows. The moment was chaotic, but Singh was able to get them out of harm's way and back to the precinct. Upon return to the precinct, the couple were again met with a swarm of flashing lights and, of course, BO. Eventually, they were able to get into another town car and were escorted to their friend's home. No paparazzi pursued, and they were safely brought home. When news first broke of this incident, many people involved with the so-called chase were confused by the phrasing that Harry used when describing the situation. So far, a spokesperson for the couple has claimed that this was a 2-hour high-speed chase resulting in multiple near collisions involving other drivers on the road, pedestrians, and 2 NYPD officers. He called this event a catastrophic car chase that came at the hands of a ring of highly aggressive paparazzi and recounts his own personal experience as harrowing. However, law enforcement seemed to push back against the notion that this event was near catastrophic, but conceded that the ride Tuesday was a bit hectic. According to Julian Phillips, the department's deputy commissioner of public information, said the officers assisted the private security team protecting the Duke and Duchess, but were met with several obstacles involving paparazzi and press. While they made it difficult for the NYPD to do their jobs, the ride was relatively easy. According to both the police and the cab driver Sunny Singh, the paparazzi maintained a safe distance from the vehicles that the couple were in, and they weren't pulling the stunts that you would see in movies. The Duke and Duchess ultimately arrived at their destination with no reported collisions, summonses, injuries, or arrests in any way, shape, or form. There is currently no reason to believe the police would counterclaim the stories of the royals, and there doesn't seem to be any sign that Sunny is some kind of a secret agent for the press. So why all these claims of chaos and destruction from the prince? Well, he spoke out yesterday and claimed that his fear was simply that history would repeat itself. For those of you who don't know, Harry's mother Diana died suddenly in 1997 following a car crash in Paris. Diana and her then partner Dodi Fayed, a film producer and son of billionaire Harrods owner Mohammed Al Fayed. The couple had come to Paris after spending more than a week together around the Mediterranean Sea, and that night they left Dodi's apartment in a Mercedes-Benz driven by Henry Paul, who was deputy head of security at the Ritz, and accompanied by bodyguard Trevor Rees-Jones. Upon entering the Pont de la Mare tunnel, Paul lost control of the vehicle and collided into the tunnel's 13th pillar. The crash was the result of Henry attempting to evade the paparazzi who were aggressively pursuing Diana on motorcycles. Following the crash, the paparazzi stuck around and photographed her final moments. Diana was the only person still breathing following the crash, and after CPR was administered, she was put on a stretcher and driven to a hospital where she sadly passed due to her injuries. Harry's fears are beyond valid, and if you didn't think paparazzi were lower forms of being than your average human? Well, I hope you do now. While Diana was struggling to breathe in the backseat of a car, the press just stood there and snapped pictures. This is one of the most disturbing situations that we could ever imagine. What kind of person could stand there and do that? That incident has stuck with Harry his entire life. So when he gets in a car with his family and someone starts following them, he's understandably on pretty high alert. Harry has been vocal about his issues with the press for a very long time. On the Late Late Show with James Corden, he said that the tabloids' relentless pursuit of him and his family was destroying his mental health. It was bogging down their overall lifestyle, making it hard for them to appear in public, go out to dinner, do anything that a normal family wants to do. It truly brought down their energy. They are toxic people, and in many situations he acts as any good father or husband would, and gets his family out of there. He's been in a very public battle with the media, and at times has claimed that they are seeking out drama in his life to spark controversy. They want to make something happen and cover it, and if the Duke and Duchess won't do it themselves, then they're gonna make it happen. Since stepping down from the royal duties and moving to California in 2020, the lengths to which the paparazzi will go to get the latest scoop are ridiculous. Several outlets reported that Harry and Meghan have been involved in multiple lengthy privacy cases against multiple media outlets. This is a battle that has already been fought and won in the UK, however, in the 1990s. Since that time, the royal family in Britain are safeguarded against another chase situation like what happened with Diana, as anyone who works for media outlets or press are under strict rules and regulations when it comes to privacy, paparazzi, and the publication of images acquired through unethical means. Unfortunately for Meghan and Harry, those rules no longer apply to them, as they are no longer active members of the palace with royal duties. Not only does this mean that they aren't covered under the Privacy Act in the UK, but they also don't have access to palace privileges such as its security staff. This more than likely plays a large part in the overall anxiety that the royals no doubt feel as outsiders. Well, thankfully it's been reported that there is going to be a lot of footage being pieced together in the next few days, as various sources and security cameras have been found to have basically the entire timeline of the situation. So in the next few days we may have an update on the specifics of the event. While a lot was covered in this list, the reality of the situation is we don't actually know 100% what happened, what's going to happen, or the outlook for this couple. The only things that we do know are this. These are the actual facts. The Duke and Duchess were chased by paparazzi. They did have to hide in a police station to avoid them. They eventually made it to their destination with no incidents of any kind reported. The parts we don't know: was this actually a high-speed chase, or was it more of like a soft, stocky pursuit? Was the paparazzi being chaotic and reckless? Did the destruction that Harry claims took place in fact take place? Well, with any luck, we'll have all the answers and updates soon to share with all of you wonderful people. Well, thank you guys for coming back to this video. We love sharing the news with you guys, and if you want to hear more stuff, we're going to have more updates on more celebrity drama and craziness as they come, so please tune into our channel and come back for more current content soon. Please subscribe if you already aren't, and we hope that you have a wonderful day. See you next time.